Hey nerds, it's time to address where the content is headed. So, this is my Coffee and Games episode 3. If you were here for the last episode, it turned into a podcast, which I interviewed Muckluck. You can see that on another portion of my YouTube channel as well. But I'll be doing these two just to update you on all of the coming attractions and events for YouTube and Twitch, as well as letting you know about things that I won't do anymore and content that you will probably never see again. So, am I leaving Final Fantasy XIV? Let's find out. Before we get to that ultimate question, let's go over what has happened in the past 2 weeks. So, initially, I wanted to start a couple of YouTube series, one of them being this Coffee and Games. Well, to pick it back up again and decide on the route that I want to take in the direction for these videos, as well as There and Back Again, my journey through MMOs, which was supposed to be a major MMO versus an obscure MMO, and then play it until I decided it wasn't fun anymore. Well, the MMO I started with for that was Guild Wars 2, and I absolutely fell in love. I love every aspect of this game so far. I have my highest level character is a 13 Norn Revenant. I love it. And there have been a lot of questions on my past videos recently because I started posting stuff about Guild Wars 2, what my favorite class is, if I'll continue streaming Guild Wars 2, if I'll continue making content, and so on and so forth. So I'm going to address a couple of those questions now. Initially, when I started working on YouTube content, if it wasn't few and far between, I was posting things every day that revolved around reactions to other streamers and MSQ from Final Fantasy XIV and or topics that were brought up from Reddit or Twitter, some kind of drama. To put it plainly, I'm not going to do that anymore. I am going to distance myself as far from that content as possible because when I look at it now, it's cringy. I don't like it. And I was only posting things on a schedule in that manner because I had been given advice that it helped with the algorithm. After starting to play Guild Wars 2, I've become really excited to post content. I have a whole bunch of creative ideas that I cannot wait to explore. And honestly, posting videos doesn't seem like a chore. It's not something that I'm sitting here going, well, I wonder what people want to see. Drama's always good. Let me talk about the latest dramatic topic. It's more of, hey, this is what I think about the game. This is what I think about combat. These are the combos that I think are cool, and I'm not even level 10. Things like that, including one of the new YouTube series ideas that I have is for Chalk and I to put together a cooking through Tyria recipe guide for stuff IRL. I'm not exactly sure what we're going to call it, but it's essentially going to take recipes from in-game cooking from 0 to whatever max level is and seeing if we can do it in real life. With that said, on top of my having the time of my life so far with Guild Wars 2, I can honestly say that for the moment, I do plan to stream a lot more, as much as possible, actually. And there will also be things that I do off stream that I'm excited about posting as YouTube videos. For example, the first chapter of the Norn story, I've already completed, but I did it off stream so that I could enjoy it and not have to worry about anything else, and so that I could just spend time playing the game with Chalk. But since I liked it so much, I will be posting that on YouTube, and you can see that soon. This does not mean that I'm going to stop playing Final Fantasy XIV or stop streaming it completely. Right now, my passion lies with Guild Wars 2. That doesn't mean that it's not going to change. That doesn't mean that I'm not going to try other MMOs. What it does mean is that you can look forward to possibly a different playlist, a different series, if you will, that will be specifically around Guild Wars 2 as a whole, rather than having it be part of my MMO journey. And I will probably choose either BDO or Lord of the Rings Online for my next MMO story from beginning to end to see what I like, what I dislike, and see how long I'll actually play it. As far as Final Fantasy XIV goes, around patch releases and Endwalker, I will stream. However, I will be doing story portions for YouTube first on my alt. That way people can watch the videos at their leisure and not worry about spoilers. And then about a week later, I'll do them on my main so people can see them on stream if they would like. What it boils down to is I'm gravitating more towards something new that I can explore and have fun. And I think my audience so far, correct me if I'm wrong, has realized that as well. And since then, we've also accomplished some pretty cool things. I have another Twitch partner app in that I actually just put in today. I have some contracts in order that I'm really excited about that are confidential that I can't talk to you guys about. But once I get it, I'm so excited to. And we've also gotten sponsorships by Jinx, which is a merchandising company that handles clothing from Blizzard to Project Red, Ubisoft, Star Wars, and their own brand as well, which is just Jinx, which is the skull with the glasses. And we also are sponsored now by Exit Lag, which I'm really excited about, and Gamer Grind Coffee Company, which, I mean, for me to talk about coffee and games and then be sponsored by Coffee and Games is really cool. And so I'm really excited, and I cannot wait for you guys to see all of that come to fruition. And if you want to check out any of those, you can check the links down below. I've also had a lot of people ask me what my approach is going to be for Guild Wars 2. They've asked if I'm going to use my AD boost because, yes, I purchased the game because, yes, I love it, and get a mount which will help me go through the map better, or if I want to go into a PvP area and test out all of the classes and their abilities there with a full kit rather than leveling up and testing them and having multiple characters, or if I'm just going to rush to endgame because the story starts there. That's not the way I play. So to answer all of those questions, no, 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 and no. Essentially, what I'm doing is testing out every single class from level 1, swapping all of the weapons and exploring the map organically. I just tried jump puzzles the other day without a mount, and I was really excited about them. I thought they were amazing. I don't like help in that area. I appreciate all of the support and items that people have sent to me, dyes and minions and whatnot, but I would rather experience everything and explore with my own eyes, and I learn things better starting from scratch. So once I find out what my favorite race is and my favorite class is, completely after trying all of them out and doing all of the level 10 through level 30 stories, I will start the rest of my journey from there. What I can say, and I've had a lot of questions about this as well, is that out of everything I've tried, and I believe the only classes I haven't tried now are Elementalist, Engineer, and Guardian, my absolute favorite is Revenant. I'm going with a tank build that focuses on using Jealous and a couple abilities that gain threat while also the more conditions I receive, the more I heal up, just to kind of be a jerk, which I think is a lot of fun. I also really like Thief, again, because I really like the amount of conditions that I can place on people in really constructive and creative ways. And then Ranger, which I haven't delved as far into, but I like the idea of how it works at range with a longbow as well as two-handed longsword melee ranger. So I can definitely say that. And for story, so far, the only one I've done is Norn. Like I had mentioned, I absolutely adore it. I love the lore and the culture, but I like the way that Asura move more, if we're going to talk about races. And I really love the starting area for the Sylvari. It's just absolutely gorgeous. And I love jumping on everything just to see if I can. And that's where I did all of the jumping puzzles, all 4 in the starting area. So that was extremely fun, and I cannot wait to do more and test out all of the other classes. Obviously, I didn't answer all of your questions with this video. There are quite a bit. What I want to do is take the most frequently asked questions on all of the Guild Wars 2 videos that I've posted so far and answer those in a video on top of any questions that are posted in the comments section on this video as well. If you guys like that idea, don't forget to let me know. And I cannot believe how well received all of these videos have been, and it just makes me feel even better about posting content like this, and it makes me feel like I cannot wait to stream tomorrow, and I've felt that way ever since I started playing. So thank you guys so much. A big thanks to the Guild Wars 2 community. A big thanks to ArenaNet. You guys are amazing, and I will see you at the next one.